After 46 seasons and 10 championship rings, I've seen everybody from Wes Baylor and Chamberlain, Magic, Kareem and Worthy, Shaq and Kobe, and now LeBron and Anthony Davis. I've watched this world change as well as the game of basketball. After 93 years, I've just about seen it all. But I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen a team endure as much as today's Lakers. And as we continue on this journey, lined with uncertainties, I know one thing to be true. Don't ever count out the Los Angeles Lakers.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Legendary Sports. I don't even know, honestly, to name this because this show is jam-packed today. I mean, it can't get any crazier this month for LA sports. We got the Dodgers, we got the Lakers, we got the Rams, we got everything going on, including the LA Galaxy, including LAFC, including the Mexico national team. The person that I'm going to bring on board right now with me, he's a huge LA fan. He's been in LA. He's been a diehard Dodger, Laker, you can name it. Every single sport, he's been a diehard. He's been there from thick and thin. And I'm jealous of this guy because he's seen every single title for the Dodgers and the Lakers. During the Showtime Lakers, he was there. And, man, I wish I was. I wouldn't give everything away, but I'd give a lot to experience seeing Magic, Kareem, Worthy, and those guys. But I want you all to welcome the man, the myth, the guy that is Mike, the OG. How you doing today, Mike?
Hey, Jay, what about them Dodgers?
What about them? Absolutely. What about them? Yes, sir. Man, what a...
Texas, baby. We're going to Texas. We're going to go to the next round.
Yes, and it was an unnecessary, it was just random, unnecessary, but it sucks if you're a Cubs fan. They just got eliminated, and that exactly what happened to them. I was worried was going to happen to the Dodgers, just randomly taken out by the Marlins and Don Mattingly. How crazy is that?
Well, Jay, look, like we talked about on Monday, the three-game series is so important.
Yeah.
To come off to win that first game because you got momentum, you can breathe a little bit. But even though last night that guy kept us in check, the Brewers pitcher, I forget the kid.
Woodward.
He kept us in check for 5 innings. Thank God we broke through and got some runs and were able to, I laughed when I saw Kershaw at the end of the game. He was running up the steps.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that little clip?
Yeah.
I believe it was on ESPN or something.
Yeah.
Oh, was that you?
No, that's what he did. The symbol that he did. He's going up
And then he says, I'm on my way.
to Texas.
I'm on my way. He's ready.
Yeah,
He deserves to win a championship.
absolutely. No doubt about that.
And what gets me, Jay, and really hurts me is that, look, Sandy won, and Sandy blew his arm out at 65. Blew his arm out. Kershaw has almost better numbers and everything.
Yeah.
Kershaw, we look at Kershaw and say, well, he hasn't won a ring. And your Oral Hershiser is, royalty because of the 88
Yep.
Bulldog, what he did.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't cheat like they cheated us these last few years. What the Houston Astros did to us, and then the Cora goes up to Boston and they steal another championship from us. So Kershaw becomes a footnote in their championship runs, which is garbage. He's been our best pitcher.
Yeah.
And what he did last night, oh my gosh.
Incredible. Once in a lifetime performance for him. We know Kershaw as the choke artist. The facts are there. 2013 and 14 are his fault. 16, yeah. Yeah, so he's not known for this type of performance.
It's hard to feel sorry for Kershaw, but this is his year. This is our
It
year.
feels like it, yeah. It feels like
We're
it.
going to relive 1988. You're going to experience an NBA championship and the Dodger championship in Los Angeles this year. I really, truly believe it. I think we have the Dodgers have the makings of being a really good team.
Oh, absolutely.
They have been a really good team
Absolutely.
for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
But they're going to be that elite team that they're going to be those Yankees teams of the 20s.
Without the steroids.
The only guy that I have concern about in the everyday lineup is McNamara.
Oh my God. Yeah.
He drives me crazy. The poor guy. Last year he had a career year hitting. The year before that he was sitting at home watching TV, and the Dodgers brought him. He had a great year, and then they gave him all that money, and now he just can't seem to find his comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
He knew the strike zone last year. There was no doubt about it. But now he's just struggling. And then he's not a really tall guy to be at first base. He's made a couple errors. In the game on Monday, he kicks the ball, the little blooper.
Yeah.
Kicks it out into the outfield, and man, I was like, come on, man.
Fortunately, it didn't cost them anything. There was no runs out of that, but yeah, it was a dumb blooper that shouldn't have happened.
You open the door like that. You can't do that. You have to play stellar defense. I touched on this the other day, right, Jay? We talked about defense. Yeah. Because Gavin Lux isn't available. He has to make it up with this thing.
Yeah. We were trusting on Gavin Lux performing and actually showing up this year, but he started the season late. I think he had coronavirus, or some issue happened with him.
Right.
And then he started off.
Personal issue. It was not disclosed.
Yeah.
What it was.
Yeah.
It's a personal issue, but it could have been almost anything.
Exactly. And we were depending on him showing up and actually being a part of this lineup and actually producing and performing, because we gave up an obvious producer, an obvious stud in Alex Verdugo for Mookie Betts, which I'm not going to hate on getting Mookie Betts, but seeing it now, I wish there was Gavin Lux. But Max Muncy has to step it up and perform. Like that issue that you just mentioned, that error, I mean, it didn't cost the Dodgers anything, but what if? What if the Dodgers right now were the ones going home or staying home? That could have been.
It only takes one or two plays.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Determine a win or a loss.
Absolutely. So fortunately, the pitching staff for the Dodgers were pretty much elite and just lights out.
Were you surprised, Jay? Were you surprised to see Kenley Jansen sitting last night instead of coming in and shutting it down?
No. I'm surprised that Dave Roberts didn't put him out there. I think Kenley Jansen made the decision himself to not come out, but I'm definitely surprised he didn't. Yeah, you're right. I am surprised he didn't come out, because you already know Dave Roberts. He wants that Cinderella story. Right. we all talk about these players and say all the negative things when they blow something. When they blow a game, when they mess up a game or whatever happens, the next day we're talking about them. So Dave Roberts has that ego or whatever that is. He wants to prove everybody wrong and let them out there and prove themselves. And that's what I don't like about Dave.
It's an old school thing. It's like code within professional baseball players.
Okay.
And the trust you have with the manager, someone who brought you to the dance, you let them finish it off.
Mm-hmm.
And as fans, we sit down and we see it from a different perspective sometimes. We're emotionally involved because, it really, to tell you the truth, it's a coin flip. Kenley has been great for a long time.
Yes.
You want him to get the chip, and you want him to be part of it and be a special part of this championship. But from what I've seen over the last 2 years, he just doesn't have the movement.
Hard
in
decline.
His fastball or his cutter or his slider.
Yep.
And on Monday, he was not hitting friggin' spots. He wasn't. Smith was calling for a ball inside, low, and it was coming up over the plate. He was calling it for inside in the middle of the plate, it was coming up high.
Mm-hmm.
So his mechanics are all off.
Yeah.
And you could see it, and the broadcasters were touching on it, and I was losing my mind. I'm like, come on, man. I mean, look, there's a lot of pressure on the guy. The guy had heart surgery.
Yup. Huge admiration for the guy.
I put him right up there with Eric Gagne, some of these Mike Marshall, Iron Man Mike. With Mike Marshall was
Takashi
40
Saito
yards
was
and a
my guy.
half. Yeah. So you have all these guys, and you want Kelly to perform at a high level, but I just don't. I think Gratterall is going to be the guy.
And that's a good thing. See, and that's a great thing about adding Gratterall to the roster, because now you get to see if he can do it in the brightest of lights. And he's what, 21, 22 years old, throwing
22
100,
years old, man.
throwing 100 miles per
Hey, what
hour.
were you doing at 22 years
Man,
old?
I could tell you, I wasn't anything close to what he's at right now. I could tell you that. But yeah, he look at his mechanic. Like, he throws 100 miles per hour with ease, like it's no thing. Like, he doesn't even have a lot of movement to his body to throw.
Effortless.
Yeah. So it's crazy if we get Gratterall to the level that he performed yesterday, where yeah, he gave up what was it, a single or something
Yeah.
like that, but
It was a
he's
little shaky. He had the jitters.
Yeah.
Now he's in the playoffs.
exactly.
He
So
trusted his stuff, though.
I would,
That's what I liked about him.
moving forward, I would trust Gratterall to be the closer, but we need Kenley Jensen to kind of coach him into it, prepare him, and build him up to that position, because being a reliever, being a setup guy, being the eighth inning guy, it's completely different than being the closer. Because if the closer, you gotta make sure you close it out. He has the stuff to close it out, but does he have the mechanics? Does he have the mentality? There's other aspects to it.
I think he has all the makings of being a great
Yes.
closer, but it's the mental part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, at that level, it's very hard to do.
Yeah.
But he did it yesterday, and I was very glad to see it.
So
I was glad also to see Bellinger get a base hit
yes.
and get some good wood on the ball. And Mookie Betts, what can you say about that?
My guy, man. My guy. One thing, and I'll ask you what was your favorite part, but for me personally, I don't know if a lot of people saw it, but my favorite part was the point where Kershaw was being asked, hey, we're going to go check on you. We're going to go see if you're okay. And he's like waving him off, like, no.
Right.
Yeah, we're not. No.
He earned that right to do that.
Absolutely.
He earned that right to say, look, man, this could be my last shot at this. So don't pull me out when I just struck out 12 guys.
Oh, my
Let me
God.
finish this off.
What a
He
beautiful
got the 13th
game.
guy on the last out of the eighth inning.
What a beauty.
Yeah, it was a great performance by Kershaw. He's going back to, he's from Texas,
Yep.
so he has family there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how far Dallas is.
Well, I think they're going to be in a bubble, aren't they?
Arlington, they're playing in Arlington. I don't know how far.
Yeah,
his
but
hometown is.
are they going to be able to leave the bubble, or like what's the whole situation with that?
I don't know all the specifics. I would think they're going to. Right now, they're staying in hotels, from what I heard Turner say.
Yeah, so if they're staying in hotels, I don't think they're going to be able to leave. And honestly, I don't understand the mentality of Rob Manfred wanting fans, but this is a bubble. So doesn't that kind of negate each other? Where
They're going to have
and
25%, I believe, or a third of the stadium.
yeah, and it doesn't make sense. So what is the point of having a bubble if you're still introducing people into the bubble?
I'm concerned about having fans near the field.
The players, yeah.
Now, if you're going to put them in the loge section and in the upper decks and in the boxes around it in the outfield,
Yeah.
okay, I could see they're far enough away from the players where that coronavirus will not affect them. And from what I understand, they're going to leave the roof open.
Okay.
I don't know what the weather's going to be like in the next month, but they're going to leave the roof open. And this way, there'll be good ventilation.
I mean, yeah, but I just
think baseball players are a little brighter than football.
I mean, you would think so, but then you see what happened with St. Louis, where they were going to the casino. You had the Marlins players who were going to parties, and then I think Atlanta Braves had, I don't know, it was a whole situation.
Those are all say those organizations again.
The Marlins, the Cardinals,
Braves.
I think the Braves and the Mets, or the Yankees. One of
Those are the Yankees. I think it was the Braves, the Marlins, and the Cardinals.
The Cardinals,
You're
yeah.
right. So you got to look at the location of the country where they're located.
Central,
St. Louis,
East, yeah.
Right? They don't care about the virus. They think it's all a joke.
That's true, and
Miami,
Florida. Oh,
right?
yeah.
Similar in nature.
Yeah.
They don't care about the virus. virus.
Yeah.
It's all a joke.
That's
In
true.
Atlanta, similar in nature. So you have these three cities who don't have tight reins on wearing masks, washing hands, social distancing. So you had guys going in and out of, wherever clubs and eateries, and that's how they got the virus.
That makes
And then we
sense.
get back to the clubhouse. Our Dodgers are a little different.
Yeah, they are.
We
Oh my
know
God, leadership
we
is.
know what's important. This championship is the most. Look, Jay, the Lakers. Yeah, go Lakers. The Lakers are going to win a championship.
Yes, undoubtedly.
No, I said 6. They might sweep it.
Yeah.
After all these injuries, but the Dodgers championship, the Dodgers winning a World Series hasn't happened in 30 some odd years.
Mm-hmm.
1988, my kids born, and I thought I'd celebrate more with them. But disappointment. There was a time, and this is a true story. I apologized to my older boys and my daughter, Katie, my oldest daughter. Well, actually, not my older. I have an older daughter who's 40, but Katie. I raised those kids as Dodger fans, die hard. We would go to opening day. There was like 8, 9 years. We would go to opening day. We would, it was a big production for us, and they had all kinds of Dodger gear. And a few years ago, I think it was after when Fox took over. Oh, the McCourts took over.
Okay.
The Dodgers. I told my boys, I said, I'm sorry. I led you down this path, and they haven't been able to produce. I wanted them to win so bad, so my kids could experience what I had experienced in '81 and '88.
Mm-hmm.
And they let us down year after year after year. And it was not really the talent. It was the organization not putting the money in the right place, not hiring the right coaches. After Tommy left, things fell apart. I liked Tracy. He was a good man. I got to meet watching kids. He's a good man, but we had some really bad coaches, and we had some until Magic and the new organization came by and decided we're going to dedicate ourselves to getting a good
Front
general
office.
manager.
Yeah.
We're going to get a good coach, and we're going to get players, and we're going to put back our farm system. That just, these last 10 years, we should have won at least 2 World Series.
Absolutely.
But we got robbed.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can't cry over that. What happened has happened. These guys here are going to take it this year, and we're going to dominate baseball. We're going to go in there and kick some ass. I want the Padres to win tonight. I want them to beat St. Louis because I want to beat the Padres.
So right now they got the bases loaded, 2 outs. I don't know who's up to bat. I think it's Grisham, a little bastard. Oh, he struck out. He just
Strike 3,
yeah.
struck him out.
So
Looking.
yeah. So talking about the Padres, let's talk about them real quick. They are. I'm not gonna say the team to beat, but based on last night, they came back from a 6-2 deficit, take it back into 6. Take it back into 6, and then you had both Tatis Jr., who was getting a lot of attention by everyone, claiming that he's going to be the MVP of the league. Mookie Betts has something else to say about it, and even Corey Seager has a say in it. But both Will Myers and Tatis went yard twice. They ended up coming back and winning it 11-9. So that Padres team last night looked very, very dangerous. And I think what the Dodgers were doing last night, they were on cruise control. They weren't performing at the peak level, because you already know a peak level Dodgers would just
Scoreboard watching.
yeah. So
Most likely they were watching. Somebody was keeping them abreast.
yeah, most likely. But the Dodgers at a full caliber, everybody performing, they're in a double-digit scoring position, and they're not letting any runs come in, because that bullpen is lights out. based on what Kershaw did, I mean, everybody could follow suit. Dustin May has shut down that lineup multiple times already this year alone. So I'm not entirely scared, but I'm well aware of who they are and what they did. But you, what are your thoughts on the Padres?
Well, I think they're a very well coached team,
Yes. Oh yeah.
and I think they have a lot of talent, a lot of young talent, young
Mm-hmm.
pieces. You know, Machado went to win a champ. He talked a lot of shit when he went down to San Diego.
Yes, he
We're
did.
gonna win a championship. We're gonna win down here. We got what it takes. Well, they didn't have the pitching at the time, but he knew about Tatis and he knew about the other pieces that were in place. So, um, yeah, I think I think the Padres would be formidable, but I still like our chances against them because we have better pitching.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have better pitching, like you said. We have a better bullpen. We have better starters, and we have veteran players. There are our Mookie Betts. I take Mookie Betts over any of the other players.
All day, every day, Mike.
And
All day,
Seager,
every day.
too. I mean, Seager's
Yeah.
Seager's your boy. That's your boy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's your boy, Corey Seager.
Yes,
This
sir.
guy, you know, when he got hurt, kind of put us back a little bit because you know who's the secret of that Dodger team that no one really talks about but comes through every time.
Chemistry.
Taylor.
Oh, you're right.
This guy with runners in scoring position, I think he's batting like 750 or 800 or something madness. This guy, and he just hits seeds. He just gets on top of the ball and crushes it. If someone's on base, I don't know what it is. It's like I don't know any of the audience that ball players out there. You guys know when you come to the plate. I don't know, Jake. Did you play baseball a lot when you were younger?
When I was a kid, I tried it for 1 year, Pee Wee baseball. But whenever someone has a barbecue or something and they invite, then yeah, I'll definitely play a game. But no, I'm not an avid.
But I played the game, and I loved coming up to the plate with runners in scoring position. There was something that clicked in me. I see someone at second or third, I'm hitting the ball. I don't
You
care
Babe
where the
Ruth.
ball's pitched, I'm hitting the ball. I'm putting the ball in play, and don't put it down the middle because I'll crush that sucker. So that's what I see in Taylor. He kind of goes click, and believe me, as you watch the series coming up, the different series that we're going to be playing, watch Taylor when he comes up with men on, not even in scoring position. Hey, if you're on base, if you're at first base, this guy comes up, and I just love to watch this kid play.
Yeah.
He was a gift to us.
Random to Zach Lee. Thank you, Mariners, for the gift of Chris Taylor.
The Mariners giving us Taylor.
Oh my God.
But what does that tell you too about our coaching staff?
That's definitely
Player development?
Andrew Friedman. Andrew Friedman, again, he deserves a statue.
I was mad at Freeman for a long
Me
time.
too. Me too. Chris
I didn't like
Hatcher.
some of the stuff he did, but you know what? I swallowed my pride and said, you know what? This is all you, Freeman. And
Mhm.
I have a friend of mine who I've known a long time. He goes, man, you are down on Freeman all the time. You talking about shit about Freeman. I said, yeah. I'm tired of losing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do something. Go get me somebody. And here we are. Here we are right now at a point where we are going to.
I'm embarrassed to, somebody's gonna bring up those tweets and those messages from all the trash talking that I was doing about Andrew Friedman, but seeing it now, I think it might have been Farhan Zaidi that was actually doing the bad word, because you look at Andrew Friedman and the farm system, best farm system, and you see the players that come up from that farm system, they instantly start performing. Instantly.
Right.
Victor Gonzalez.
They have a mentality.
The coaching staff in the minor league, they could be professional. They could be up in the majors coaching major league teams, and we have them as minor league coaches and development staff. Victor Gonzalez, I never heard about him ever in the farm system. I didn't even know he existed. They bring him up this year, and he runs with the opportunity. Great story from the kid.
He didn't play, Jay.
He was in Mexico, right? Oof.
The year before, he was with the Dodgers.
Jesus.
And then they said, we're going to send you down. He wanted to be in the major league because I have enough to be in the major league. I'm not going to play. Forget it. I'm done. I'm not going to play. If you don't, and he didn't want to play. I forget who went down there and talked him out. One of the former Dodger player greats. Can't recall the guy who called him down there, but went down there and got him back to play. Said, hey, don't. Oh, his friends were telling him, you are gifted. That's what it was. His friends said, you are gifted. Don't give up. And then someone went down and told him, come back and give it another shot. Oh my God, that guy's a great lefty. Great bullpen. And who knows, as a young guy, he could even become a starter. You never know. The Dodgers have so much, Jay. It's ridiculous. So,
I mean, the stories that you'll hear from these players and the journeys that they'll take. I mean, I wish Andrew Toles was still, a Dodger.
yeah, that's a
But
sad story.
we do hope that he's fine. Everything's good with him, because you also hear the story with Delonte West, who was with the Cavs, and he was a journeyman with the NBA, and he struggles. He's homeless, and Mark Cuban, God bless his soul, man, rescued him and put him in rehab, and is trying to save his life. Andrew Toles,
Right.
same situation, but the Dodgers reached out. They didn't even know what was going on. I heard the story that he left his car at Dodger Stadium. He didn't even bother with rehab. He didn't even bother with anything. He just left his car at Dodger Stadium and left, and was never heard from again. And I always wondered, well, where did he go? What's the update on Andrew Toles? He just fell off the earth. And you hear that sad story that he was homeless. He was having mental issues, family problems, and man, you love to hear when the organization steps up and takes care of their own. Another reason why
It goes to show you that they're human beings.
Yes.
I mean, we look at them as great athletes, and sometimes we put them on a pedestal. But they have trials and tribulations. They have personal issues, and you have to be in the right state of mind to play this game, unless you're just gifted. And sometimes, I think Toles was just gifted. He was just a great. If he didn't break his ribs, I think wasn't it a play?
The femur or ACL, something with his leg. It was something with.
Was it his leg?
His knee. I think his knee. I think.
Oh yeah. Okay, he hit the wall, right?
He didn't hit the wall, but he was chasing down a fly ball in regular season 2017, and his knee just buckled, and it turned into like a knee issue. And
if that never happened, God only knows where he would be, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
He would, that was a bump in the road.
Yeah, but we wish the best for Andrew Toles. But you love to see the Dodgers just go from the Fox era, McCourt, to where they're at now. Ownership just stepped up, rebuilt everything. They brought in the right people. They built chemistry, the right mentality. I might not like Dave Roberts the way he coaches, but the way he runs the team mentally, and he's a player's coach, what he does.
Yeah, player's coach.
Oh man, it's great, but he does need help with the pitching staff. Like, he needs to know when not to put in Clayton Kershaw in the 8th inning when you got the pitcher that's been working Juan Soto in 2019. This is a whole situation. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to the NLDS. I'm hoping. I honestly want the Cardinals. Kershaw's got to get his revenge for 2013 and 2014, because Yadier Molina's still on that team. Adam Wainwright.
Yeah, he is.
So
how does that guy keep on playing, man? Isn't he like 105 or something?
Man, those Molina brothers are another.
Yeah, the
breed.
Molina brothers.
Oh my God, it was 3 of them to top it off, and 2 of them are Hall of Famers. So it's crazy. Those Molina brothers be drinking some weird water to get them where they're at. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being the Cardinals. I want that revenge. I want that 2013, 2014 vengeance, because we were mopped.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling, I have a suspicion they were also cheating. I have a suspicion.
Well, my son told me last night, says, I don't want to face the Cardinals, Dad. We can't beat the Cardinals. I said, we can beat the Cardinals.
Yes,
don't worry about it.
Yeah, we can. Absolutely, we can. There's no.
Don't let that taste come out of your mouth from the last time we faced them.
So let's talk about real quick about the actual playoffs that's going on. Trevor Bauer, 12 strikeouts in his first postseason game as a Red. Amazing performance. Crazy that Clayton Kershaw did a lot better job, and they got the win. Unfortunately, the Reds couldn't score not even one run. They went 19 innings?
That was 2 days ago, right? Oh, no. Yeah, that was we're on Friday. That was Wednesday, right? Wednesday. And that was I think no one has done that for a while, right? That was
no.
like
And they went I think 18 or 19 innings.
right,
In that
and
game.
then Kershaw comes back last night and does one better. So, yeah, Trevor Bauer is a great pitcher.
Free agent.
Yeah, where do you know? I'd like to see him somewhere, but who do you get rid of?
Exactly, because you have
You got Dustin May. You got to let Gosselin and May do their thing.
yes.
Gosselin reminds me of a real pitcher, not a hurler. Right?
Yeah.
There's a difference from someone who just throws gas, and Gosselin will work a lot of different pitches in his repertoire. But Dustin May, I love that kid.
Oh yes, man. Oh my God.
He's going to be an all-star.
Yes.
And he may be a Hall of Famer if staying healthy, because he has some stuff that I've never seen before. And Jay, and I was listening to Perez last night. He says, back in the day, 95 miles an hour, it was hard to find guys that threw 95. Now they just come out of the woodwork. Everyone throws. If you're not throwing 97, 98, 100 miles an hour, you're on the late freight. You're not. And it's amazing, how do these guys throw so hard?
Yeah.
And like you said about Gradwell, how does he do it so effortlessly? He just does it so easily. So yeah.
So you got the Braves moving on. Great stuff for them. I'm not too scared about them. I saw they struggle obviously with the Reds. Whatever. That's on them. We're great. We've always been great against the Braves, so I look forward to facing them hopefully in the championship series. And then you got the Marlins, who shocked and stunned everybody. What happened to the Cubs was what I thought was going to happen to the Dodgers with the Brewers, but fortunately that didn't happen. And man, they got just swept right out. Like,
ambushed.
Unbelievable. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You got
one or two plays, and you could be looking the other way.
Oh my God.
But now we're in a 7-game series. No one.
A 5-game. It's a best of 5. The NLDS
was it 5?
Best of 5. Yeah. NLDS.
This one's a 5.
Yeah.
Well, even 5 is better than 3.
Yeah.
In the 5-game series, we still have the upper hand. In the 7-game series, it's a no-brainer how the Dodgers are. That's why everyone picks the Dodgers to win the World Series.
Yeah.
Because we have not only offensively, but defensively, we're really, really, really solid. So
So you got the Marlins and the Braves, but we gotta wait until next week, I believe Tuesday, for the first game, and then you got who else advanced? You got the Padres and Cardinals right now, who
no score
0-0, waiting for the Dodgers. The Dodgers are waiting on one of these two teams, and then in the American League, you got the Yankees, you got the Rays, you got the
that's a team.
You got the Tampa Bay Rays look like they could rival the Dodgers in depth and offense. The Yankees, surprisingly, honestly, so I'm shocked they beat the Indians because they were decimated with injuries. Just oh my God.
How would you like to be from Cleveland, Ohio? My God.
You lose LeBron James to the Lakers, and then you lose your 2016 World Series up 3-1 to the Cubs.
I know Cleveland. They get they're not a very they hang in there. The fans, they love their teams in Cleveland, but son of a gun, man, they have not won a championship. When's the last time the NBA championship, the football championship back in the 50s, I think.
If anything.
Yeah. The Indians, the poor Indians, they're not worth the darn. Man.
But kudos to them for sticking around. I think what we went through as Laker fans from 2013 all the way to 2019, what we went through was probably what they've been going through for 70 years now. So kudos to them for sticking around. You also have the Astros. Oh my God!
Get those fools,
Manfred.
And I think Correa said, "There's a lot of unhappy people. We're moving forward."
No shit.
Yeah, there are.
Damn
cheating bastards.
Yeah.
Who do they play, Jay?
They're playing the A's. And guess where they're playing? Take a wild guess at where the Astros are going to play their division series.
They're gonna play in Dodger Stadium.
Bastards. If I don't work on Monday, you better believe I'm gonna be there heckling them. I was
I
there
s-
when they came for the Dodgers series. I was there. I was there, and man, it was fun. It
Right. I
mentally.
saw your video. You're flipping them off.
Yeah, man. Oh, I did more than that, but I can't put that on. I can't put that on the airwaves. But yeah, like if I'm available Monday, I'm gonna be there, and I gotta. These bastards, Rob Manfred, man. Rob Manfred gave him the opportunity to actually show them, to like prove.
You know,
something.
they should strip their championship
Absolutely.
from them. You know, I mean, that's what's the problem with the Major League Baseball. They're losing their fan base. It's a slow game. Yeah, I know a lot of people like baseball because they play the game and they understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have your novice fans that go to the game. They just go just to have a beer, watch the game, or and they've made baseball stadiums more like a theme park now than what it used to be, where you'd go to watch a game. I remember going to baseball games and buying a program. Every single game I went to, I bought a program, and so I could keep the box scores. And that's how you would stay interested into the games, by writing down base hit, second base, who made the out, 6-4-3, double play, whatever. And you would learn the game that way. And then you would teach your kids how to do it. This is how you do a box score, blah, blah, blah. Bases loaded for the Cardinals, Jay. I'm looking up right behind you, and I have my TV going in front of me.
Sheesh.
But, back to
the program.
The program, yeah, that's how you learn the game. Mm-hmm. And now the game is so different. It's, when Anaheim put in that their outfield, they had all kinds of stuff in the outfield, racetrack, and a running track out there. They built a water slide, it looks like, out there.
Yeah.
But they had a lot of stuff other than the game going on, and so it's a lot different than it was before. But the Dodgers, what they did to, I wanted to see what they did to center field. I was looking forward to this year, what they did to Dodger Stadium, how they connected the outfield to the rest of the stadium. Yeah. Because before, the outfield, bleacher bums, we were the bleacher bums. I love, my favorite seat in Dodger Stadium is the first or second row in left or right field.
Okay.
Because I could sit, I'm on the field above the players.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you sit in the field level around it, those are great seats, or even behind home plate, obviously you get to see it. But for me, I could see a lot of stuff from that angle, those angles. Those are the seats I enjoyed, when I used to go to a lot of Dodger games. So
we just gotta wait.
Yeah, man. They're going to be in our stadium playing.
I guarantee you, what's going to irk me the most, what's going to really drive me up the wall is they're going to ask them, how does it feel being back at Dodger Stadium? And one of them's going to be stupid enough to say, well, it brings back great memories because this is where we won our championship. When someone says that, oh my God, I'm going to have to run in there and fight somebody. I got to find my way in there and fight. Because oh my God, that's going to irk me. Like, they still validate that. And it's going to be Josh Reddick, if not Carlos Correa.
So, years ago, just a little information, the visiting teams would stay in a hotel in
downtown?
No, in Pasadena.
The Hilton?
No, it's
Hampton?
I can't. I'll try to recall the name of the hotel. It's on a side street up in a ritzy part of South Pasadena.
Okay.
Near the freeway.
Okay.
And how I know this is that I had a friend of mine that worked there.
And
he used to tell, I can't remember the name. They're near the Huntington Library up in that area. And he used to tell me, oh, they're over here. They're the visiting team. They would visit. That's where they would stay. And the reason they would stay there was away from everybody else. Because if you could go downtown and stay at a hotel, everybody knew you were there. There was easy access. This is years and years ago. I don't know if they still do it, but this is years and years ago. So maybe they're there. Maybe the Astros will be there, Jay. You can go see it.
I mean, if you can find out if they're there, I would definitely love to go throw cheese at them or
something.
something.
Smack a Tuve on the head with a trash can lid.
But yeah, like that's gonna drive me up the walls seeing them at Dodger Stadium and talking about that, like just being petty bastards. But let's get on to some NBA stuff.
Go
Unfortunately,
Lakers.
bases loaded. The Cardinals couldn't capitalize on that either. So this game is gonna go into some stressful innings for San Diego and St. Louis. Well, I mean, St. Louis already experienced success and they did their thing, but whatever. Let's talk Lakers. Lakers are, I guess you could definitely say that 17 is pretty much locked in. I mean, no Bam
They have
Adebayo.
to play the game.
No,
They have to play it.
Yeah, they got to play it. I mean, anything could happen. Anything could happen. But first off, no Bam Adebayo for the Heat, and no Goran Dragic for the Heat. So two of their main players are out, and they're not going to play in Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Honestly, I'm seeing a lot, and this is where I want to get your take on this because you've experienced a full season and different weird situations. But everybody that is not a Laker fan or even a LeBron James fan are discrediting this season as an actual NBA championship season. They're giving it that asterisk. My quarrel with that is we still had more than 2/3 of a season, of a regular season, including the bubble, and we still had a full playoffs. So the only interruption was maybe 2-3 months of actual play, which was equivalent to like maybe 10-15 games. They still played over 60 games. So for them to discredit the entire season because of the pandemic and then the whole situation with the bubble, it doesn't matter. And now they're saying that the Lakers championship is given and it's cheap and it's free because they're facing a team who's decimated with injuries. But I'm not seeing the same energy from the Kawhi Leonard, who did Kawhi Leonard beat last year? It wasn't Steph Curry. It wasn't Klay Thompson.
Right.
So he didn't face.
They were out.
He didn't face Kevin Durant either. He didn't face the Warriors at a full capacity. But I'm not hearing the fans and everybody say Kawhi Leonard's championship is not the same. But the Lakers are in it and they're about to win it, and all of a sudden it's like, nah, this year doesn't count for them. This championship is an asterisk.
Well, they're just haters. I mean, you're gonna find haters in every city. Mm-hmm. We all know about East Coast bias.
Absolutely, no one believes in it.
That's a given, man. I mean, East Coast has never given the West Coast the props that they deserve in any of our sports teams. Remember that everything originated in the East Coast.
Yeah, credit for
baseball, the NBA basketball, football, and then as they migrated west, we had our teams, and then we had our times. Mm-hmm. And the Lakers. I even heard some idiot on the TV the other day say that the 16 championships shouldn't count for Los Angeles because they won 5 of them in Minneapolis. So. I've heard it all, but you know what? I could tell them they could kiss my ass because we are champions, and there's nothing you can say or do about it. You're not the organization. People who are saying that this is like, I think myself, this is harder for these players to get to this level. If you see to a player, they say it's much more difficult because they don't see their family. They didn't see their family. They've been there for 89 days or something.
Yep.
Can you imagine being away from your family, your wife and your kids, and you're an NBA star making millions and millions of dollars? Your routine is totally disrupted. You're used to going to these fancy restaurants, driving your car back and forth to work, going with your kids on vacation, all of that. And it's stripped. It's stripped down to the bare bones of what the game is. I played basketball for a long time. I love sports. I played all the sports when I was a kid. I would spend hours, 4 or 5 hours playing basketball in a gym out in front of my front yard. My mother would call, time to come in. It's 10:30. I had lights out there. I'm still shooting hoops. It's come down to this, the love of the game of basketball. Now, you have a lot of prima donnas who play in the NBA, who play just to play to make the money. Then you got guys who just love the game so much that they're willing to give you 150% of their effort. And I love what LeBron James said yesterday about Anthony Davis. He says, I'm not jealous of Anthony Davis. I'm happy for him. And we're doing this together. See, that's the ultimate team
Chemistry.
freaking concept. You don't win. Not one player can win a team sports. My youngest son is a swimmer. He was a junior Olympic swimmer.
Oh, nice.
And I had much respect for him. I said, it's only you out there. Nobody can pass you the ball or is going to give you a championship because they hit a home run or they make a touchdown or they make the last second shot. It's you by yourself. And I told him, when you get a championship team at any level, you have to have every guy buy into winning that championship. Now, everyone has to participate. Everybody has to do their part. So when you're talking about professional sports, that means every guy to win a championship, every guy has to pitch in and do their part.
Yeah.
Look at Dwight Howard. That's a great example. This guy, he was one of the greatest centers for a long time. Superman. He dominated. But now he knows his role. Mm-hmm. His role is to rebound and play defense and do the little things. And I tell you what upsets me is when people talk about wanting to injure our players.
Oh yeah. Let me bring that up real quick. So I'm gonna play a clip of the stupidest dumb bastard. I mean, whether it was a joke or not, I gotta bring this.
It wasn't a joke.
Oh my! I gotta bring this guy up. I gotta bring him up.
Retard alert, class.
Yeah, Jay.
I've been saying you have to start Udonis Haslem. He's got 6 fouls. He does not give a shit about LeBron James. And just let him do his best to deliver those 6 fouls and somehow take out Anthony Davis or LeBron.
Is he on the roster?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's the last guy on the bench. Of course.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Why wouldn't they do that?
Right, just let Udonis go in there and muck it up. I've been saying you have to start Udonis Haslem. He's got 6 fouls.
So you had Bill Simmons of The Ringer. It wasn't his idea. I forgot Letzwig or whatever that other idiot's name is. Come up with the brilliant idea of saying, hey, why don't we bring up Haslem and have him be out there to injure Anthony Davis or LeBron James. Make it even. Make it an even ground. I mean, if you guys are already discrediting the season for the Lakers, whether they win or they don't, why do you want to eliminate their players and start injuring them? Had someone else said this about the Celtics, oh, you best believe the media would have caught on to it and burned everybody to the ground. But since it's LeBron James, it's the Lakers, they're about to win it, and the poor Heat have players that are injured that are important to their success. We got to feel sorry for them. Bull. No one was saying, hey, the Heat don't belong in the Eastern Conference Finals because Giannis Antetokounmpo was injured. No one was saying anything. No one was discrediting the Heat. Yet, everybody discrediting the Lakers already because their 2 players are out. That's bull. But Mike, what you've experienced the real Celtics hate, like real Celtics rivalry. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, Bill Simmons is a homer. He's from Massachusetts. He is a Celtic homer. Mm-hmm. And the reason he's not with ESPN anymore is because he took it to the extreme. He got a little bit too crazy, and the people at the mothership took him off the air, and that's why he's doing what he's doing and other media sources. But the guy, that's old Celtic mentality. Do you remember? I was watching Tuesday at the shoot around. I said, is that Kurt Rambis out there? And I had to take a second look, and I said, I'll be goddamn, that is Kurt Rambis. Kurt Rambis was at the shoot around, and Laker family, these guys are so tight. They come in and out, and Kurt's still part of the Laker organization, and he was out there. And do you remember, Jay, when Kevin McHale clotheslined Kurt Rambis when he was for a layup?
Was trying to restrain him after Kurt Rambis got out. He tried to restrain him, so he pushed him back to the ground. and prevents like a bigger brawl from happening.
Right, and that is the Celtic mentality.
Yeah.
If we're gonna beat you to the ground physically, if we can't beat you with our talent, and that goes back a long, long way. This is nothing new, and this is their mentality, that Boston Celtic mentality. And Bill Simmons is a huge Boston Celtic fan. He does not want to see the Lakers win the 17th championship. That ties his Celtics, and that's why that was that topic on that radio show, which is all bullshit, because you don't want to hurt. Well, you don't want to hurt people. You don't want to hurt the greatest players in the world.
Yes.
Why would you even think? See, that's got a sick friggin' mind. Mm-hmm. So I could tell Bill Simmons he could kiss my ass too. We're gonna get number 17, and we're gonna have it with pride, and it's gonna be the best championship because of what the circumstances of COVID and the mental strain that these guys had to go through to get to this point. It's not easy. I mean, it's hard for us to be in our home. Look, I've been quarantined with my wife and my sons for a long time. You've been quarantined. People are quarantined. Mm-hmm. You know, we're taking care of ourselves. These guys have been taken out, like I said, out of their element. Multi-million-dollar people who have extravagant lifestyles, and told, okay, you're stripped down to, here's the ball, here's the gym. Best players play, whoever comes out of this wins. And I think there should be an asterisk as the greatest season ever played by an NBA champion.
Absolutely.
The greatest season by any team, and it'll be the Lakers after a few more days.
Absolutely.
They're gonna go out tonight, and I think I spoke to you earlier. I forget who I was talking. Oh, you saw that?
Yeah.
You watching that play?
Yeah, it was a crazy slide. Great. See, look, Tatis is a great.
Oh, that was a great play.
Man.
But it's gonna, we're like I said, our Laker championship will have an asterisk as being the hardest championship.
Yes. No, absolutely. Yeah. No,
absolutely. It's not. This is not easy by no sense of the imagination.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And, you know what? Everyone else could kiss my ass if they want to say that it was handed to the Lakers. Injury happens in professional sports. And I've always said that it's a game of attrition. Whoever lasts as longest without injury and has equal amount of talent usually comes out ahead.
That's a great.
But the game has to be played. Mm-hmm. And tonight's game is huge. We cannot come out flat. I don't know. Do you remember? Okay, obviously you watched the game Monday, and in the fourth quarter, LeBron James was pissed. He was pissed because they took their foot off the pedal.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Oh my God. Like I really don't understand Laker fans. Look, I get it. This is a Kobe. I'm a diehard Kobe fan. Diehard. Love him. Like I was crushed when he passed away, but I have my love also for the Lakers. Yes, I hated LeBron James, but that's because he wasn't a Laker. When he was with the Heat, fuck him.
Yeah.
But when he came to the Lakers, it's now, okay, he's here with the Lakers. He's going to help us. And he sure as hell has not only helped us, but has taken his team and the ability to perform and do it to an unimaginable, like just it's unimaginable. I can't even talk right now how amazed I am of his performance. But going to what you said, there's a thing. Chris Haynes, he's there with the Lakers, sideline reporter. So you mentioned that he got mad because the Lakers took their foot off the pedal. So the Lakers at one point were up by 32 points on the Heat. 32 points. And see, this is what irks me. People are saying the Heat, without their best players, the Lakers wouldn't be able to have a chance, blah, 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 blah. What happened? The whole team was still healthy and good when the Lakers were up by 20-plus points, so you can't even use that as an excuse. But besides the point, when the Lakers took the foot off the pedal and they were up by that much, they were celebrating. They were happy. But LeBron said, and this is a quote that he said, hey, stop it. Stay locked in. This shit ain't over, man. So he legit told them, stop and get back and be focused, because we're not done. This is just game one. We're ahead by a little bit. We're still not done. That's not the goal. And everybody's mentality has been the job's not finished. And my God,
job's not done until you got the chip.
Oh my God!
Until you got the chip,
beautiful.
You give it everything.
Yep.
Every second of that friggin' game.
Yep. So 17 is no doubt one of the hardest titles for the Lakers. Yes, other teams have gone to game 7s, but they've had the fans. They've had their home, their own beds, their own, everything that they want to do on a daily basis. They've had that to their extent. As for the Lakers and the Heat, they haven't. They're stuck to whatever's in the bubble. They can't go out and experience a nightlife. They're stuck in the bubble until the game is officially over. So huge admiration for this. Chip number 17 is going to be beautiful. It's just a damn shame that we don't have a parade. I mean, there's going to probably be people out celebrating. I'm going to run out as soon as that clock hits 0 and the Lakers are crowned champions. I'm running out of my house, putting on my jersey. If I don't got no pants, I'm running out there no matter what. I'm just yelling out to the world because, man.
Yeah, we deserve that 17th chip. Yeah. We've been waiting a long time, and I'll be happy to see it for the city of LA.
Yeah,
but the Dodgers and the Lakers win this year, it would be phenomenal. I'm happy for Doc Rivers, Jay. You heard about Doc signing with the 76ers?
Yes, sir. I've heard about Doc Rivers. I remember last week you mentioned that, you had a friend who was a diehard Clipper fan, and he kind of was kind of disappointed in letting go Doc Rivers and all that. But I'm gonna give you some numbers or some graphs and some stats and some information on why you shouldn't really be that disappointment in his ability. So here goes. First off, Doc Rivers is at 27-32 in the playoffs. In 2003, he gave up a 3-1 lead to the Pistons. In 2009 versus the Magic, he gave up a 3-2 lead against them. In 2010, he had a 3-2 lead against the Lakers in the finals. What happened there? The Heat in 2012, 3-2 lead. 2015, the infamous Rockets, Lob City. He had a 3-1 lead on the Rockets. Lost that. And 2020, he just gave up his third 3-1 lead to another team. So I just feel like he's overrated. Good for the Clippers. They have Ty Lue. They could even go Mike D'Antoni. There's options out there for
them. Did they announce it yet?
Doc Rivers has signed a 5-year contract with the 76ers.
No, but have the Clippers announced their coach?
No, not yet. And Ty Lue is supposedly meeting with the Pelicans and the Houston Rockets, so they're interested. So the Clippers might not have a coach right now, but at the same time, they have options. So Doc Rivers, he was never in rebuild. He was never without at least one superstar. At one point, he had 2. And multiple times, he had 3. I mean, you look at the Lob City, he had Blake Griffin, he had DeAndre Jordan, he had Jamal Crawford, depth, and CP3. You look at the Celtics, he had Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and a young Rajon Rondo. So he had a squad at every single year. So for him to only have one championship and give up multiple 3-1 leads, 3-2 leads to all these teams throughout, this is like a 10-year run. Like in 10 years, this is the performance that he's had. So, Clippers, as much as I don't want them in LA, I wish them in San Diego or Seattle. They're better off without Doc Rivers. Trust me on this. Just trust me on this. They'll be better off without Doc Rivers.
Well, yeah. The record, the numbers probably what you run off is true. He's a great human being, though.
He's a great guy. Don't get me wrong. He's a great
guy. And he deserves better than what he's gotten. Hopefully, and the 76ers, he will help them become contenders again. I mean, they had 76ers have their own problems. Ben Simmons is not the guy that, come on. I mean, they have a lot of issues, the 76ers. So. Well, Embiid, he can be. I mean, potential is only what it is until it becomes great. Potential, everybody has potential, but what success makes the potential legitimate. So we will see with the 76ers. And good luck to Doc. I don't know who the Clippers will get as their coach. Ty Lue.
Yeah.
Who knows? D'Antoni thought he had a shoe in, but man, D'Antoni's day is done.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah.
That guy is forget about.
Yeah, no. It was a mistake getting him in 2013 to help out the Lakers squad, and it just turned out to be a dumpster fire. But either way, I'm glad that we went through the rebuild, because obviously going through that rebuild got us Anthony Davis and put us in a position to win, obviously, championship number 17, and we're in a great situation. I love it, and I'm happy for it. Doc Rivers, again, hopefully you as a human being continue having great success, have a great life. I believe the problem with the Clippers is Paul George. That's where I feel the problem is, because you've heard the stories where he went out there.
Not a team player.
He's not a team player, and you heard he gave a speech saying we got to run it back because we're a better team, and he was met with eye rolls. So I think nobody in that in that Clippers team likes or respects Paul George. So I think he's a problem. So Clipper fans, don't even trip. The only thing you guys got to worry about is making sure you guys get out of LA, go to San Diego, be with the Padres, take the Chargers.
Seattle. They need to go to Seattle, man. Rename the team to Supersonics and give them some type of legitimacy.
Let's do it. Let's start a petition or something to get them out of LA, because you already know next is gonna come around and they're gonna be like, well, yeah, you guys won a championship, but the Clippers still have better records, better team, blah, best 1-2, blah blah. We're gonna do the billboards again. Oh my God.
Hey Jay.
Yeah.
I want to touch on the before you do the broadcast. You show a great Laker coach.
Yeah.
That's Billy Burka.
Yes.
Billy Burka has been with the Lakers forever and still to this day watches them. Yeah. And he just didn't leave. I think he left a couple of years ago, right? Bill Burka. He left after Kobe retired, I believe. Billy Burka was with Bill Sharman when they won the championship
back
in
the 70s.
Yeah. So,
I
Billy
love that
Burka
motivational speech. I loved it. When I heard it, I was like, this is amazing. This is motivation right here. This is something that we got to have on the show. So it was. I had to have it on the show. But yeah, Billy Burka.
Billy Burka. Oh my God, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah, absolutely. So how about we close out the show by talking about the team, the other team in LA. Wait
a minute.
You got a hat for everything.
Yeah, go Rams.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's talk about the Rams. So,
horns up, Ramley.
What did you see on Sunday? I'm playing right now the highlights for everybody to see from Sunday's game versus the Bills. What did you see? What did you not like? And what should we expect week 4? Oh, no. What is this, week 5?
Oh, it is week 4.
Week 4. So what should we expect in week 4?
So, last Sunday I was disappointed with the first half of the defensive side. The defensive schemes weren't really well drawn up, I believe. And, we don't have really tough linebackers. That's an issue I have. Obviously, we have Aaron Donald and Ramsey who are going to do a lot of damage. And Donald just showed up in the second half and just destroyed the Bills single-handedly. But you'll never see a performance like that again in a while. You won't see one like that in a while. This guy, he's a the greatest defensive lineman in today's modern-day football. But, they showed some character coming back and scoring all those points. I was sitting watching the game with my youngest son, and I brought up a point. The Rams are great within the 20s. I mean, they go up and down the field. Last year they were really good within the red zone, but this year they haven't been so good within the red zone. But in the second half, they came back 25 down, which would have been a record for the Rams coming from that many points down. But they actually had the lead. But 3rd down and 23, and you give up the ghost. 3rd down and 25, and you give up the ghost. And I blame the defensive coordinator for that. You have to get these guys on track. You have to make sure they know what they're doing. And I know we have a young secondary, probably the second youngest defensive team in the NFL, but still, regardless, you're in the NFL. some of my Ramley said, well, this is a learning experience for them. They will be better next week, and we will learn from this loss. It's good sometimes. And I understand that philosophy. But when you have someone down on the ground and you're stepping on their neck, you don't let them up. And that's what the Rams did. You let them get away with one. And I heard a lot of broadcasters say, the Rams are robbed on that fourth down. You shouldn't have gotten to that point.
Bingo.
It should have been over when you had 3rd and 23.
22.
So we have some injuries coming up this week. Jordan Fuller, the safety, he's a rookie. He's injured. He won't play. Josh Reynolds, when we got rid of Cooks in the offseason, Reynolds was going to take over his spot to open up the field. And he was ill a couple of days ago, but he had full practice. And Cam Akers, our number one pick, our number 2 pick, second round. He had that rib injury and won't be coming back. He hurt it a couple of games ago. But we do have that 3-headed monster with Henderson and Brown, so I'm happy with that. I think we have to come out. We're playing home, SoFi.
The Giants.
And the Giants. Mm-hmm. So we have to kick the shit out of the Giants. That's the bottom line. We have to come and show no mercy and beat the crap out of them and not give them a chance to breathe. And once we have them down, we kick them while they're down.
Absolutely.
This is football. Yeah. And I tried to explain how the coaches see the season. They see it in 4 quarters. First 4 games, the first quarter. Next 4 games, second, so on and so forth. So for the Rams to have a successful first quarter, they need to win Sunday. They will be 3-1, and that's a good start. My prediction for the season before it started, I don't know if they play all the games, because you see what happened with what's going on in the NFL. I think who was it? The Vikings and what's the other team that had a shit?
It's the Ravens and the Titans.
And 2 more players came up positive for COVID today.
Yeah, so that's just real briefly to update that. The Steelers and Titans will not play this Sunday. They're gonna play Week 7, October 25th, and then the Steelers and the Ravens, who was getting pushed back, or pushed forward, is now November 1st. So the Steelers are playing the Ravens November 1st, and this matchup from Sunday between the Titans and Steelers that was supposed to play is not being played out until October 25th, Week 7.
Well, see, there you go. I mean, you have this COVID thing, and this is very real. Football is unlike any other sport. You can't social distance. Mm-hmm. Even you can't put them in a bubble. Too many players.
Yep.
You try to. I thought the NFL did an injustice to the Rams and a lot of different teams by having them go back and forth across the country. We touched on that once before. And now we have the President of the United States at Walter Reed Hospital with COVID.
He didn't believe in the whole mask situation. He didn't believe in anything, and you find out that all these people that were at the debate, they weren't wearing masks from his side. Even though nurses were going around asking them to put on masks, it was required. Right. We recommend you put them on, and they had masks for them, and their people were just refusing. So it's like you're told how to prevent this, and when it happened, it's like, well, oh well.
Well, they came. I mean. I don't know. Everything intertwines, sports and politics. It all comes together like this, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the left hand's doing, the right hand, it happens like this.
Yeah.
So we are at this point where he wanted to open up the sports for the country because we were in bad shape. Mm-hmm. We didn't have nothing. We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't do anything. Even just walking the neighborhood or jogging at the track, everything was shut down in LA, and that was across the country. And the NBA got their shit together, got the bubble. Major League Baseball is trying to do something similar in nature. But the NFL, I really think the NFL is going to fall flat on their face. And I'm not wishing it because I'm a huge Ram fan. I want the season to play out. I want us, we have a great team. I think we could do some great things, our Rams. But I just don't see it happening because of COVID-19.
You guys
and some of the greatest people in the world are great athletes.
Yeah.
Strong.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not going to survive the COVID. They'll get really sick and shorten their careers.
Yeah.
And if you're looking at it as in an owner's aspect, are you just trying to get the money as much as you can right now, or are you looking in long term? So I mean, Jay, let's hope the Rams are going to play this Sunday. I know that much, and I hope we kick the crap out of the Giants.
No excuse.
And we'll just go from there, bro.
Yeah, no excuse.
We'll just go from there.
Realistically, that close from being 3-0 right now and going into 4-0, that close. But
yes,
it is what it is. It was an amazing comeback. I mean, things happen, but it all boils down to that 3-22. You don't.
Oh my God.
How? 3-22. That's where the issue was. If that 3-22 doesn't happen, the Rams are 3-0. That's where it boils down. 3-0. You figure it out, Josh Allen. The Rams figured out Josh Allen in the second half. They adjusted, they figured it out, and they came back. But one little mistake, damn, hurt.
Did you see the personal foul? Allen grabbed one of the face masks. I think, who was it, Brockers, or I don't know if it wasn't Donald.
That's what set him back.
Oh, Joseph Day? Was it one of them? But, have you ever seen a quarterback get a personal foul like that before?
No, I've never heard of such thing.
That guy's a stud, Josh Allen.
Yeah, he is.
He no joke.
Yeah.
I worked with this guy named Hewart Dixon. You ever heard of that name?
No.
Hewart Dixon.
No.
He was a running back for the Raiders, right? And when they won the championship, when they were in Oakland, he got in the Super Bowl, he got called for an offensive personal foul. He was a running back. He was running with the ball.
Personal foul.
And I said, well, what? Rest in peace, Hewart, because he passed away.
Oh.
And I was sitting down talking to him and I said, how did you do that, man? What did you do? Because all I did is give the guy a forearm in the head. I said, oh, while you were running with the ball? He goes, yeah, I just grabbed and hit him in the head like that. And they said, but this guy's hands, I have some pretty big hands. This guy's hands are just like friggin' just humongous.
Damn.
Just a big man. And I said, well, I guess you deserve that call. I asked him, how is Al Davis? Is he a nice guy? He goes, Al Davis is, I love Al Davis. He said, I really do. He was a good man.
Nice.
And so Dixon was a good guy. Rest in peace, Dixon. I hope you're enjoying heaven, with the rest of the ex-Raiders up there.
Nice. Nice.
I'm not a Raider fan. I have some friends who are. I stood true to my Rams.
Nice.
And I will always be a Los Angeles Rams fan to the day I die. I want to be buried in my Roman Gabriel jersey.
No, all right. All right. Hopefully it's a long time from now. Long time from now from when we've done episode number 10,549.
That'll work.
Yeah, so long time from now. Long time from now. We got a long time to go. But man, this game right here, St. Louis and Padres games, got to hurry up and decide a winner, because I want to know.
No score, and we're 10 minutes to Laker tip-off.
Yep. So Lakers game 2, we're about to kick it off right now. Dodgers, Nlds, they look good. They could be better. I'm hoping they do get better. This is the year. This has got to be the year. The only thing we need now is just the Rams to go all the way as well next year. Kick us off next year with a championship. Give everybody lined up for the championship. We'll go Rams. We'll go Galaxy. Then we'll go Lakers, Dodgers. Again, repeat. We'll do that.
That'll work.
2021.
I'm down for that.
2021. But with that, Mike, thank you so much for being on. Let everybody know where they could catch you, where they could see all your stuff, and how you get on social media.
Well, I'm on Twitter, OG LA Rams fan. You can catch me on Twitter. You can catch me on Instagram at OG LA Rams fan, or on Facebook, Mike Ugrad.
Nice.
Just come on and join, and become a friend, and let's talk sports. And I enjoyed spending time with you, Jay.
Awesome.
We'll
Appreciate
do it again, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get it. Let's get this show going and make this a weekly thing. So for right now, we'll see you guys on Monday. We're taking the weekend off. We're giving you guys a break from our talks and our stories. So on Monday, come prepared because we're gonna come up 2-0, ready for the Dodgers, ready for the next round, and we're gonna be hyped up because the Rams are now 3-1. So see you guys on Monday. Mike, thank you so much for being on. Everybody out there still watching, appreciate you guys for being on. Be safe, be well, have fun. Let's go Dodgers. Let's go Lakers. And horns up.
Horns up, Ramley.